Welcome back to another week's episode of the Jesus People Places podcast. Oh, wait.
Hey, guys.
You were listening to the first ever episode of the Let's Chat Soon podcast. We went pink. We added a guest.
Hello.
Her name's Alexis.
My name's Alexis, and I'm intruding. I'm just coming on this podcast.
She walked in the door, grabbed a mic, and said, "Sit down, let's chat."
I have a lot to say.
Wait, that was kind of good.
That was great. That's our tagline. No,
that is our tagline. After the third time of recording this episode, here we go with the intro.
Here we are. We're being so jumpy and sporadic.
We recorded this first episode probably 3 weeks ago when we had started recording. We were so serious in the first episode.
And shy. I was trembling in fear for no reason. Who am I scared of?
I've done, now this is my third podcast, which is kind of crazy.
Wow.
And I would have always just sat and talked to my camera by myself.
Yeah.
But now we have a whole setup. And it's serious. And
Camera, microphones,
sponsors.
in the works.
It's official. We are official.
We're turning into the same person, I feel.
Guys, I'm so sorry in advance.
You got twins. We're twins.
It's true. When I was kind of debating of what I wanted to do with the podcast, first off, Spotify decided to randomly shut down on me where it wouldn't let me upload videos anymore. And I was like, okay, whatever. I'm over this for a second. I'm taking a little hot break, but I still wanted to do this. But I was talking in circles to myself. It is so hard doing a podcast by yourself. I was like, who do I talk about literally nothing and everything with? Alexis.
Hey.
And a little bit about us too. We only met in what? January? February?
Yeah, February. Not that long ago.
Not that long ago at all. It's beginning of September.
That's crazy.
We probably learned more about each other in recording podcast episodes.
I was going to say that. And I like that we keep some of our stories, we don't tell each other until we're recording. So I have raw reactions of oh, you went through that, or oh, that happened. Wait, what? Because I feel we're I consider you my close friend, but it's I don't even know that much about you.
Right, exactly. 2 months ago, we decided to start this. I would go to tell her a story, and I'm wait, I'm going to wait till you're recording. Because
she gatekeeped everything.
I did gatekeep everything. I was like, by the way, guys, I was chased with a gun, but I'm not telling you yet.
Yeah.
I've got to wait to tell you. I'm going to tell these other people instead.
But it's the best way. I think that was the best for the podcast and you guys.
You guys just got a teaser that I was chased with a guy with a gun, and you're going to have to tune in 3 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know when that rolls out.
Second week. Next week.
Next week is we get into some tea.
We do.
Juice.
It's true. We do kind of a get to know us as of this episode, kind of get to know the podcast. Next week's going to be a get to know us of our values and what we really prioritize in life.
Yeah.
So let's break down what the heck is Let's Chat Soon.
I am really excited for this to be a space just for, well, first of all, girls. If your name is Chad or Brad, get out of here. We don't want any boys. It's just for the girls. And I think it's going to be a cool space that people can come to listen to when they want advice, but not in a super serious way. I feel a lot of podcasts are people talking from a space of they've done this, they've accomplished this, and now they're giving advice. But we are learning along with you guys. And when we have guests on, we're going to be learning just the same with you. We're talking a lot about business, relationships, health and wellness is huge. Just lifestyle and learning how to deal with life in your 20s.
Yeah. It's a whirlwind, truly. And like she said, we are just so in a place of wanting to learn ourselves. I feel we come into conversations every single week of, here's what I learned this week. And this is just a way for it to really be a soapbox to share with other people, because a social media post only does so much. And a lot of you guys probably do follow me or came from my Instagram. And I post as much as I can there, but I get all of my information, or a lot of my information, from podcasts. I feel when people post things on social media, it's oh, it's an ad, or she's running this, or she doesn't actually do this.
Yeah.
For starters, everything I do post, I legitimately do. But now I'm able to actually speak about it more than just an Instagram story or something like that, which I'm really excited for, because wellness stuff really has changed my life in so many ways.
Yeah, we really get into it, especially next week, I think. Yeah. Go into it. Because I think when you are going into health and wellness and changing things, it's because you have something that happened in your life. And so we share those stories and then share what we take away from it, which is cool.
What do you want people to take away from this podcast?
I think I just want it to be like a safe and relatable space. Like, we're not experts, like I said, like we don't have everything figured out. And so just somewhere where they can listen, but it also be like an easy listen.
Yeah.
And yeah, just be on this journey with us.
And we're going to play around with this podcast too. We have just like really different topics in the space of health and wellness, in relationships, in life in your 20s. Obviously, we're speaking about what we know. And as we grow up, you guys will be growing up with us in so many different ways. We're doing a fun episode on like Reddit stories too. So we really are going to play around with it. I have so many friends who don't give a crap about health and wellness stuff whatsoever, because it is so true. Like, you do have to go through something in order to like actually understand health and wellness, which really sucks. But regardless,
To learn. It's like with everything in life.
Exactly. So we want to be a fun lifestyle space to kind of like reel you guys in and then be like, surprise,
This is what we're actually talking about.
this is what we're actually talking about. Not really, but to an extent.
Yeah. No, for sure.
I feel like I've listened to podcasts before where I listen for one thing and then I end up gaining so much of a wealth of knowledge from the guests they eventually have on and things like that. So that's really what I want this space to be. I know this episode was short, but we really just wanted to give a good teaser of what this show is going to be. We're both so excited about it. Like, every single time we get to record, we are geeking over here in different ways. At first it was nerves. Now it's just comfortability. We come here and just literally chat our brain.
It's like my girl time.
Like, exactly.
We might get around like podcast or like chatting with the girls.
Right. Absolutely. And again, we want it to be a space for you guys entirely. So leave your feedback however you see fit. You can follow us on Instagram at Let's Chat Soon Podcast. We've got a space over there. So really interact as much as you physically can. Leave a review. That would be so helpful as we start to grow this podcast. And we just appreciate your support so much.
Yeah, we love you guys.
And let's chat soon. Bye.